All right. It says we are live. Hello. How are we? So I intended to essentially do my Kanban board stickies. I intended to start with on Lisa Daly's show, but I got distracted and started sweeping the house, which needed to be done, but it was not quite what I had intended for this morning. I had hoped that I would get all of that done, but then I got distracted. And then after I got distracted with the sweeping and finished that, I decided that instead of just slipping a regular sheet of paper into my little sheet protector, because I use a sheet protector to stick the sticky notes on until I am ready to transfer them to the board. But I was getting tired of staring at a blank copy paper, so I went into my scrapbook paper collection and then cut down a couple of pieces. So I have this nice blue sky with crescent moon and geometric sort of stuff, and a couple of the stars are metallic as well. And then I did cut down another piece that's more of like sort of just like a pastel watercolor galaxy type thing. So I now have a pretty Kanban board like setup thing instead of just a white sheet of paper. So I made it pretty. It wasn't so I don't know if making things pretty like counts as being productive, but there you go. I also have, I kept the scraps. I'll probably make some bookmarks out of a couple of these, and then like use some of the others just to decorate journal pages. So I have a couple that are just like the blue with the stars. There's one of the little other stars or other star types. And then I have the watercolor galaxy type. So I'll make a couple of bookmarks out of those and then just use the other for decoration. Love it. I wanted to just kind of like have something. Plus having the two pieces of scrapbook paper, because they are thicker paper, it acts slightly more like cardstock, so it is a little more sturdy and durable. That's the reason I did it. Like that's not really the reason I did it, but that's what I'm gonna say it is. So I'm gonna be sticking my little page flags to this as I get them ready. So I have 4 different colors because I'm going to try and tackle 4 different categories of goals for quarter 3. I also do need to change my sticky. It still says quarter 2. Haven't changed that yet. But we're gonna be doing stickies today. That's what I'm going to be doing, is getting all of these ready. I also pulled out a new spiral bound notebook. It's just sitting over there for the project that I'm going to be doing. Sort of like collecting the notes. So I'll have some stuff to print out and put in there, just like glue it in there. But I'm going to sort of try and contain my notes for this project, this universe in there. It's my murder and mayhem story. Despite it being pink and flowery, I'm choosing a murder and mayhem story, which is my camp project. So, but yeah, so that's sort of what I have been doing this morning, is procrastinating by cleaning, and not procrastinating, as Mama Maggie says, and then also procrastinating. I don't know. I don't know if that's a concept, but it is now. So yes, that's what I have been doing this morning. I did succeed in getting up a little earlier this morning, not as early as I wanted to, kind of. I woke up like half an hour before my alarm, and then I was like, oh, I still have half an hour left. And so I was wide awake for like 10 minutes, and then I fell back asleep. And so when my alarm clock rang, Then I felt tired again. And I was like, I think I'm going to hit the snooze button. So I should have just gotten up when my brain woke up, but I did not. So, yes, happy new moon. Today's new moon. And it's also the penultimate. So not the last, but the next to last day of June. Megan says, hello, happy time zones. You have been up since 6 a.m. getting stuff done. Good for you. That's amazing. You have much better than me. I've gotten one thing. I suppose you could say breakfast is a thing. I had breakfast today instead of just lunch and dinner. Monique says, hey y'all, hello. Car is here. Hello, hello. How are you? And Jen writes romance, says, hey everyone, hello. CB is here. Hello, welcome. Monique says, hi, hi. And happy new moon. Yes. Or rather, happy Wednesday. Also, yes. Megan is going ooh pretty at the scrapbook paper. Yes. I had to find a reason to use it at some point, right? Monique says, I love this paper. It's so pretty. Yes, it is. It would make for a nice journal cover. It would. It definitely would. And I might keep that in mind for the next tarot journal that I do. So the blue side is very calming. Yes, it is. And I like that about it. So CB says, I bought a new laptop case today for your iPad for going on vacation. Nice. It'll be well protected then. Charlie is here. Hey, hey. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. And also happy new moon. CB says, I need to write a short story version of Project Spider because I need to write it as a novel and it sucked. Oh, you tried to write it. It's not. Sometimes shorter works because then you get the main part of the plot, sort of like very focused on the plot instead of everything else. Clean space helps with more focus. So is it just procrastinating? At some point, yes. And I think I was using it to procrastinate. And that's sort of like the mental headspace I was in. I was like, I know I should be doing this, but CB says, it's my mom's birthday tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday to your mom then. Jen says, I realized I wake up and then just naturally, no matter when, brain, what? You realized you wake up around then. Okay, 6 a.m. Just naturally, no matter when you go to sleep. Gotcha. Way too many years of being up before the sun. Yes, your body does get accustomed to that point. But me, like I'm 100% natural night owl. So it does not matter how many days in a row that I get up at 6 a.m. Given my brain's druthers, my brain wakes itself back up at 10 p.m. and is still awake until somewhere between 2 and 3 a.m. So that is its natural pattern, which means mornings are tough. Jenna the Soul Writer says, hi, all hope you're well. I hope you're well as well. And Megan says, to Jen, I go to bed at 9 p.m. every night, and you naturally wake up between 5:30 and 7 each morning, but you usually don't start being productive until 8 a.m. Yeah, and that's honestly, I feel like these patterns of sleep and wake are built into us both by school, so academic times, as well as like work, like classic work hours, because you usually would have to wake up sometime between 5:30 and 7 in order to get up, get dressed, make your lunch, and then go on the bus to school or walk to school. And then school would start sometime between 7:30 and 8:30-ish. So yeah, that's our school and education system programs us to be awake at certain times and programs us to start working at certain times because it mimics the working hours of factories due to the Industrial Revolution type stuff. Well, yeah, kind of. Anyway, CB says, I'm taking the iPad rather than the laptop because power cable difference. Gotcha. Jen says, wow, you have a healthy sleep schedule. I know, she does. Monique says, plan for today, work on a character profile, update another chapter, therapy at 2 p.m. your time, and then take a nap after. Sounds like a fantastic plan. Heather is here. Hello. CB says, I'm 100% natural night owl as well. Yes. Megan says to Jen, it's taken years of fiddling with your sleep to get it just right. I didn't just fall into this sleep schedule. That is true too. Yeah. Jen says, I normally do, but I was up late last night. You slept for 2 more hours after that and just sat down to write now. Okay. Rachel says, hi, you've already gotten your Vela posts out today and you're hopping in here to keep going. Fantastic. Car says, I am trying to wake up earlier as well, but it's so hard. Also a night owl. Yes. Heather says, hello to the Jennifers. Yes. Primary school starts at 9 a.m. here. Secondary starts at 8:30. It's interesting. Most primary or elementary schools that I have been around start usually earlier at like either 7:30 or 8, sometimes 7:45, but like whatever. And then the middle and high schools start usually around either 8 or 8:30, sometimes 8:45. Again, like it depends. But usually the elementary schools are first. Interesting. Of course, that's again here in like Georgia, Florida that I've experienced. So I don't really remember Utah. So like I wasn't paying attention to like what times. So okay, brain. I keep clicking things that I don't need to click. We do have a card for today. And it is an inverse, meaning upside down. So here is our friend for today. We have the porcupine spirit. Time for beginner mind. I love all the doodads that are on the quills. Beads and the danglies and the feathers and it's very cute. Oh, and I am completely out of focus. Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. Okay. That was very, very out of focus for a minute there. Okay, so the porcupine, the main message is time for beginner mind, which is fantastic for a new moon, heading into new month, heading into new projects or new drafts, or new mindsets, things like that for July camp and the second half of the year. So this is a really good card. But this is also, remember that it's in the inverse position. So it's got a little bit of a warning for us. Are you feeling prickly and defensive lately and assuming that you will be hurt before you have even seen any sign that such a reaction is called for? Perhaps an old sense of guilt and shame is causing you to be cynical and wary when you are meant to be open and curious. Self-protection is a good thing, but you may be protecting yourself from something that will not actually harm you, but instead bring you abundance, happiness, and love. Remember your innocence, and you will see what you have been overlooking. And then it has another note. Porcupine quills are filled with air, allowing a porcupine to float in water. Now is the time to let your innocent nature keep you buoyant. So, there's a couple things in here that are very, very like to the point, especially as we are setting goals for the next month, the next quarter. Are we feeling guilty because we haven't accomplished everything we wanted to in the last month or quarter or whatever? Are we feeling sort of like cynical that we're not going to be able to accomplish the things we set out to do? Are you already thinking, oh, I can't do it? Porcupine is like, you need to think you can. You need to set yourself in that goal mindset of, I'm going to work towards this. I'm going to get what I deserve, which is all good things. And then interestingly enough, the little note at the end about the quills being filled with air, and then allowing them to float. So the immediate thing that popped into my brain, and this may just be for me, this may not be for y'all, but whatever. I'm going to tell it to you anyway. Air is the element that's associated with sword cards, and the swords and air are usually indicative of communication, wordcraft, and storytelling, and that communication of how we speak and how we can cut through to the heart of matters. And so, but it's also associated, because of the little note, the air and the communication allows you to float, and floating or water is associated with the cups or the chalices and the emotion suite. So with communication and emotions, things go well. So that's also a really good message for writers who are communicating the emotions of your characters and building characters that your readers want to feel and experience and think well of. And so I think there's something about this beginner mind, that air and water influence. And he's just so cute. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so yes, this is a very good deck. I love this deck, y'all. I love it so much. So, okay, let's see. Heather's trying to work today, but dealing with some pain. Unfortunately, it's not your back, though. Okay, CB says, Thursday mornings when you took dance were absolutely brutal because you had math first period and your dance class were on a Wednesday night from 4:30 till 9 p.m. Perfect choice. Yes, it's a very good card. Wonderful card. Good card for today. Yes. And Jenna also agrees with Heather. You've got nerve pain from your breast cancer surgery from over 20 years ago. Oh, man, that sucks. And Jenna is feeling very, very called out by the porcupine and the mindset that you have been in. So prickly and defensive. But yes, we need that beginner mind. We need to shift the way that we are looking at the situation, whatever the situation is. Charlie says those cards are always on point. You might need to pick up the deck. I love it. I would recommend it. So, yes, lovely card. You need to do some thinking on it. Yes. They're very reflexive. They're fantastic. Okay. So, in case you did not know, I made some more farting timers. So we're going to start with the warm-up sprint, which is one of the new one of the new ones. I have added them all to the playlist. So there should be the playlist in the chat, not in the chat, in the description of this live. But we now have a couple more over here on the playlist. And so we're going to start with our 15-minute farting platypus. Now, I will tell you that I did change the end sound. So I'm just going to give you a preview, just so you know what it sounds like. But I did change the end. It is no longer the end sound is no longer the chime. It is now a fart. So that will be the sound at the end of the sprint. Hopefully you don't mind. So the three new timers, the platypus, the pug, and the capybara all have the fart at the end because I couldn't resist, because I am a child. So yes, but you can, so I have a couple of these, and I'll go back and add the actual playlist link in the description of these as well. But yes, so they now have a fart at the end. So you will have to tell me for future timers, whether or not you prefer the chimes or the farts. But we can go through them and you can decide. And if you have a vote, just let me know. Either way, I had fun making these. So, okay. Yes, always the farts. Okay. CB just got the deck. Fantastic. I love it. I hope you enjoy it as well. Rachel loves our platypus. Yes. Becca also says hello. Hello. We just pulled the porcupine inverted today, so it's a warning that we might have been too cynical for our own good. You love the platypus though. She's so cute. She or he, I don't know. I was calling it Princess Platypus in my brain, but maybe we should name them. Should we name them? Megan is rolling on the floor. It's too perfect. CB laughs. So does Charlie. And so does Becca. The pug is too darn cute. The pug is very cute. And Megan helped me pick out the Megan and Charlie and Carrie and Kat helped me pick out and Laura as well helped me pick out that it should be the navy blue background for the pug. So good to see everyone gearing up for Nano. Yes. And Laura is here too. Hello. Yes, absolutely. Always the farts. Farts for sure. Okay. And CB says, in the Marvel movies, Tony calls Rhodey platypus. Nice. Did not remember that. Okay. All right. So we're going to do our first sprint. And just get as much done as you can. If you need to gather your things, that's what the warm-up sprint is usually for. But also, 1, don't forget to save, especially if you've already been working today. 2, make sure you've got something to hydrate with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 15 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. How was that? That was quite a good sprint for me, actually. I managed to get a good bit of my stickies. I got the first category done. That is fantastic. And so I have a I have a sort of 3-tier plus a wildest accomplishment. I'm taking that from Sarah Canon. She talked about her good, better, and then wildest dreams type of thing. So I figured I'll have a good, better, best, and then I'll have a wildest. So I'm hoping it would be lovely if I could get all of this done in the first 3 months. But no, we're going to go with the porcupine mind. We're not going to doubt ourselves. It's going to be amazing. We're going to get all of this done during the next 3 months. We can do it, right? So, but yes, so now I'm starting in on the second category, and made 2.5 stickies for that. So, that was I don't even know how many, let's see, I think I made 65 stickies for just that first category. And I may wind up not moving them every day, but maybe once a week. Just kind of I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But how did you guys do? I saw Jen typed a bunch of letters. I was like, typo? But then Jen says, lol, my cat says hello. Hello, Jen's cat. I do not know your cat's name. Otherwise, I would call it by its name. But hello, kitty cat. And Monique says, chapter 3 is the start of some big edits for me. Ooh, nice. Nice. Jen's cat is very needy today. Cool Gamer says, hi. Hello. Welcome. Yes, our little platypus had the boots. So Becca is over here just laughing all the time. Lol on the farting. Becca says that's the best. Good. I'm glad we like it. CB says 215 words. Nice. Becca says I was writing an intense scene and the fart gave it some levity. Nice. Good. Megan got breakfast, kind of ran out of things to do at the moment. Wow, then you've definitely been very productive. That's fantastic. Do you want to come declutter my place if you run out of things to do? No, that's something we're slowly working on. We did I've been working pretty much with my mom, just kind of trying to get the amount of stuff that we have in the main part of the house tamed. And so we'll do either a section of a room or one particular thing. So we did the front coat closet because her goal was she wanted to be able to put the extra leaves from the dining room table in there, and we had too much stuff in there to do that. So we did. We cleaned out the front closet and got that done. She wanted to go through some of the vases and things that we had on top of our cabinets in the kitchen. So we did that. We've done, what else? We did the Christmas and holiday stuff. We did her fabric stuff. She has so much fabric. Still. And then after we decluttered, she found another box, but she has some really cool fabrics and fabric sample books that you can't buy them at all. You just kind of have to she just ran into them at some point I don't know what she's going to do with them. She has a project in mind for them. And so, yeah, maybe she'll eventually get around to the project. But Nikki says, hey, everyone. Hello. Car managed 100 words. Excellent. CB says, excerpt with an arachnophobia warning. Fantastic. Okay, CB says, I walked over to stand beside Mr. Harrington so I could hear better. Unfortunately, a radioactive spider climbed up onto my shoulder, crawled along the back of my collar, and sank its sharp teeth into me. Oh, no. Megan says, for a second, I did not read that as an excerpt. Oh, so we're just, CB's going to develop powers. Jenna the Soul Writer says, sent an email, babysat a chat video in your channel, and took care of cat mom duties. Yes. Rachel got some orders made and bills paid. Fantastic. Jen says, the cat's name is Boy. Hello, Boy. How are you? Are you a good boy? And Charlie says, I worked on my nonfiction project. It feels like I am pouring my heart out onto the page. Still don't know what to do with this when you're done, but it feels good to write. That's amazing. I love that for you. Hopefully it is, well, since you said it feels good to do it, hopefully it is cathartic and it allows you to have all the good feels. Heather says, I returned an email, talked to the hubby, who is at lunch. Jen writes from it, says, doing that kind of stuff with your mom used to make you crazy. So much stuff. Yes. I mean, if I had permission and an afternoon, I would get rid of a whole lot. But I don't have permission. So, whenever she has the mental energy and capacity to do so, I will help her out whenever she wants. Jen says, that's good, Charlie. Heather says, oh, and I made myself an Arnold Palmer iced tea and snacked on cheese stick. Nice. CB says, a spider's teeth are called chelicerae. Interesting. I did not know that, but now I do. Thank you. All righty. Such a fun word. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay. We're going to do the next sprint, which we're going to do, we are going to do the pug. Our lovely little tooting pug. Okay. I have this ready. I have the right banner up. Okay, we're good. Okay. All the things. Check all the things, right? So, 1, save your document, especially if you have been working that first sprint. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine while your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you had mic issues, okay, okay, let's see. Okay, is that any better? Super loud scratchy noise. Oh. Okay. I don't know. I can hear my mom is rolling around in the yard with a wheelbarrow. Oh, you hear it now? Is it gone now? Okay. Well, either way, I'm going to start the sprint so that whatever the issue is can either solve itself or you don't have to hear it while I'm muted. So don't forget, this is the self-promo sprint, so promote yourself in the chat. And here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right. That was sprint number 2. How'd we do? I finished goal category number 2 and made a lot of headway on goal category number 3. As you can see, lots of stickies. So the one I'm working with now is, in fact, my camp project. So I have 35,000 words is my goal for camp. And so I have those done by 1,000. So there are 35 stickers for that. And then I have a sticker for read through number 1. And then I decided I'm going to go ahead and try and revise in August. And so I'm doing a sticky for every 2,000 words in the same color. So yeah, because if I'm gonna try and do this as a 3-month thing, I really would like to start moving my stories a little bit more through each of the processes of drafting, revising, drafting again. So what I'm going to try to do is make sure that this particular story is a little bit shorter than Project Gray, a lot shorter actually. And so I would like to finish the draft next month and then revise it in August, and then have another read through, and then sort of like see if I can send it to an editor at that point, or if I need to go through it again. So we'll see. So I at least need to get it through a second full draft in the next quarter. And that's my goal, is to get it through draft 1, read through, draft 2, read through. So there will be lots of purple stickies, essentially. But yeah, so that's how I'm doing. Okay. Okay. Don't forget, that was the self-promo. Tell me what you're promoting, and also tell me how you did that sprint. Scroll. Okay. Megan says, I wrote an essay and got it published. I hope you will share and read. And there is the link. I read it. It's fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful read. And you should also read it. Nicole says, here's my channel link. But the funny thing is, I think everyone here is already subscribed. You still got to practice the promotion, though. Megan says, I'm also going to be hosting a feminist anthology. The formal announcement will come out later, so make sure you're following me on YouTube, and there's the link. Charlie says, join me today right after this stream. That's right. Charlie's going to be immediately following this stream today for your last camp prep stream before the projects begin. There's the link for that. So make sure you have that either popped open in a new tab, or you are ready to go then. Cat Leo says, heyo. Hello. Jenna the Soul Writer says, want to join the first page critique panel. Let me try that again. First page critique panel for authortube writing conference this year. Submit your first page here, and there's the link for it. And Jenna the Soul Writer says, authortube writing conference's newest update video drops on Saturday, July 2nd. And there's the full website as well, where you can read all about the writing conference. And Jenna says, call to action video for autumn for your channel. And there it is. There's Jenna the Soul Writer's channel. And Monique says, check out my latest Instagram post under the name Miss Ocampo Writes. You made a Girl Boss bingo card. Ooh, fun. Cat Leo says, if you watch Twitch streams, you can join me most mornings for productivity and or game streams. And Cat Leo is Cat Leo Writing on Twitch. And Jenna the Soul Writer says, co-host future pop-up sprint of Soul Squad sprinters during July Camp NaNo. And there's a Google form for co-hosting. And Heather says, I'm a freelance line editor, copy editor, and proofreader. I can help you make your work shine. Cat Leo says, I'm attempting to actually post content on your YouTube, like goal videos and other stuff. Yes, I saw that you posted your Kanban and goal video earlier today. I also would like to do that, but I am terrible at editing videos, as y'all have seen, and that they never seem to get done. Kat is much better at that than I am. Heather says, I am currently booking for this fall and do free edit samples. You can be reached via DM on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as comments in the YouTube. And Heather also has a contact page on the blog and website. Cat Leo says, I have stuff on Kindle Vella. Shadow is a crime-fighting witch, and there's the Kindle Vella link for that. And Kindle Vella Blood Rain follows a vampire who keeps murdering other vampires. What could be the reason? You'll have to read to find out. Heather says, another possible tagline for your editing services. I love helping other writers say what they mean. What do you guys think of Heather's second possible tagline? I kind of like the other, maybe it's because I'm used to it. I can help make your work shine. Although I do prefer this variant, I can help you make your work shine, rather than let me help you make words. Anyway, I think I prefer this variant, but that's just me. Also considering other elements to create another tagline. Heather says, as an artist, I love working with stamps, ink, watercolors, and other mixed media to create cards and art. And there's the Etsy shop. Tagline for your Etsy shop is art for writers and lovers of fantasy and sci-fi. Jenna says, okay, now I can shift focus to finishing a draft of this video for authortube writing conference to share with Shannon. No longer babysitting your chat. Yay! Monique is working on George Rivera's character profile. He's Jane and Gabby's dad and martial arts instructor. He's a lot more sitcom-like. Interesting. Heather is going to be hosting a panel of editors and writers for the AWC, which will be premiered on Sunday, July 17th at 11:40 a.m. Not p.m. a.m. You're also going to be a panelist for Necronomicon in Tampa during the third weekend in September. And you're going to be selling your art there as well. Nice. You like this idea of George in your head. It feels familiar. Now you can imagine a Filipino sitcom down. Yeah, there you go. CB has been reading a Harry Potter fanfic. Nice. There's a lot of stickies. Yes, I am trying to make them very bite-sized. We shall see how it goes. How did these farting animal timers even get started? Essentially, it was during the weekend of the Worldwide Writing Conference, and I was trying to create some thumbnails for future streams, and I ran across a really cute corgi. And I also ran across a cloud that looked like a fart in Canva. And somehow the two just melded. And so I made a farting corgi timer. That's how it gets started. I'm making you tired. I'm making me tired too, but I am going to try and accomplish things during this next quarter. But also, it's really just kind of fun to like run your hands across this. And that may or may not also be contributing to how many stickies I'm putting on there. Just maybe, just slightly. Oh my, y'all are chatty. Okay. You had a meeting that you got out of, ordered lunch, and took a video editing brain break. No writing this afternoon. You think, oh no. You find that breaking it into words or scenes help you move along where revisions are concerned. Okay, instead of word counts. I will have to think about that, but since I am not entirely sure how many scenes it's going to be, I may have to revise these stickies then, but that will be okay. It was okay. The fanfic. Okay. Jenna, finish what your brain could handle for now on the video. Need to get ready to go out for some groceries. You hope to send book 1 revisions to your audiobook narrator by August. need to focus on those revisions more this week than to make that happen, though. Jen writes, Romance says, all my info can be found in my YouTube bio. Clara says to CB, this fanfic sounds lovely. Fanfics have a way of redeeming Snape's character. And also CB is rocking out to AC/DC. Rachel says, I need to learn videography and editing video content. I keep putting it off. You blame The Simpsons for your obsession. You start making videos and then get interrupted and then don't finish. Yes. Kat says, my secret is I rarely actually edit my videos. That helps, I'm sure. Okay, NKR says, video editing is also very time consuming. Yes, for real. For real. Wouldn't even know where to start video editing. It's rough. Oh, Kat again. Hey, boy. NKR has a question. How are you comfortable on camera? You're scared to record yourself, to be honest. I think this comes from teaching, because I got used to being in front of people and people staring at me and me just talking, quite literally sometimes into the ether, because sometimes teenagers just don't pay attention, or children or students at any point in time. So yeah, I credit teaching for that. That's how I feel. Okay, let's do another sprint. Yes, in KR, you do not have a blue wrench because you are not a moderator. So anytime you put links in, they get caught by YouTube's filter system. So you have to get around that by spelling out the word dot instead of using .com, and putting extra spaces kind of around it. So you have to sort of do a workaround for links. All right. Okay, we need to do another sprint because I don't want to run over Charlie's time, because Charlie is going to be immediately following this stream. Okay. I'm going to use the capybara, but I'm going to scroll it down. 26. We could do a 30. That would give us a few minutes at the end. Okay, that's probably about as good as it's going to get. There we go. All righty. Okay, in KR, I do not see it. Okay. 1, save your document, especially if you've actually been working on a document instead of stickies like me. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. And 30-minute sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Stop screen. Okay, how'd we do? I finished all of my stickies. So I have all 4 of my goals, all bite-sized chunks that I can pet. It's actually quite fun. I don't know if y'all have ever done this, like just use all the stickies and then just kind of pet them. So yes. So I don't feel bad when I use as many of these like page flag size instead of like actual sticky size. So yeah. So I think I've got blue is related to Chimera Moon. The purple is my murder mystery that I'm working on. And the other 2 I'm not ready to say yet. Megan, oh no. Okay, I will add a Cinderella sticky just for you. Because I do need to I keep doing that. Brain. So I also went back there and peeled off the washi tape that I had separating my Kanban board because I had them in 4 sections. I had I had to do, doing roughly done, but just needs to be polished, and then done. So, but that has not really been working for me. And so I think, especially with this many stickies, I'm going to retape my board. And I'm going to have 2 large sections, one for to do and one for done. And then the small section for doing, because I want to be able to focus on like getting the things that I'm working on that week actually done. And so that section shouldn't be too large because I shouldn't be trying to accomplish like everything all at once. And so so I am going to retape my board. I'm thinking probably about 8 or 9 inches for each of the to do and done, and then what's left over in the middle will be the doing task for for the week or whatever. So yeah. Rachel says, was listening to a Medium article. The way the AI pronounces certain things make me giggle. Yes, and this is definitely something that I have giggled over before. Even things like Siri, like in the Google navigation and whatnot. Plus, there are just words that, unless you live there, you don't necessarily know how the locals pronounce things. So yeah. And words that have influences from different cultures often are pronounced differently than we expect them to be pronounced. So yeah. But it can be very hilarious. Okay. All right, y'all. Oh, let me get Charlie's stream. Because copy link address. Here we go. Charlie's stream. So you can go there. And I will also copy and paste Devin's playlist. For the day. Okay, so Rachel says, I'm thinking I may break down my Kanban tasks a bit more. I don't usually see where it needs this until you're in the middle of something. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do with this, and like, make it a sort of like Monday through Friday task list for myself, like focus list of the things that I want to get done that week. So there we go. All right. I will quit talking so you can go visit Charlie and all the others. And also don't forget to save and hydrate and snack occasionally. All right. I will talk to y'all later and see y'all on Friday for Camp NaNo. Hopefully we can start off camp strong and get things done. All right. I will see y'all soon. Bye.